Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello everyone, and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa, and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is My Family. And before we get into the lesson for today, it is very important, grade 2s, to sanitize. Now remember, when you're sanitizing, make sure that you rub inside, around your hands and on your wrists as well. Also, don't touch anything before your hands are dry. Well done. Today's lesson is going to be all about letters and vowels. Our first lesson for today is going to be found on page 17. On page 17, you can see that we have the letters of the alphabet. We are going to learn how to trace each one correctly. Remember, it's not always about getting the answer correct. It is also about making sure your work is neat. So we need to practice tracing all the letters. Let's take a look at the board. We have the first letter, which is A. And the sound that A makes is A. So let us trace. We start at the top and we go down and then down and across. This is how we make our letter, capital letter A. Let us now make our small letter. We say round, up and down. And that is our small letter A. Try and do the same in your booklet. I will be doing it on my board and you will be doing it in your booklet. Let us now move to the next letter. We have the letter B, also known as B. The sound it makes is B. So let us start. You in your booklet. We start at the top going down and then we say round and round. Very good. And that is our letter B. Our small letter B starts at the top as well and goes down, up and round. There you go. Please trace clearly. Make sure that the red dotted line that you can see is being used carefully. It's there to guide us on what size our letters are supposed to be. This is why I also have a dotted line on my board. Let us continue. The next letter is the letter C, also known as K, because that is the sound it makes. Let's draw our letter C. We go round and stop. Remember that the head and the tail need to be in the same place. Let me just fix this one. There we go. That's a proper C now. And now let's make the small c. Let's go round, stop. And there we have our small c. Now let's move on to the next letter, which is the letter D, also known as D. It makes the sound D. Now let's do the big letter or capital letter D. We have down and round. And that is our letter D. Make sure that you connect each line to each other and there's no gaps in between. Now let us make the small letter D or D. We go round, up and down. Now this one is a little difficult because you need to keep your line straight when you're going back down. So it is round, up and down. Let us now do the next letter, the letter E, also known as E. Let's begin. We have the capital letter E that has a head, up, down, and then it has its feet. And then it has its arms. I want you to check that the head, the arms, and the feet are all the same size. And it should be the same for you as well. Now, the small letter E is something that is very difficult for some people, but we start in the middle between the dotted line and the bottom line. So we start with a straight line and then we go round and down like this. Now make sure that your letter E is also touching from its head right down to its neck and feet. The next one that we have is the letter F, also known as Now we are going to trace it. Let's go. We go the head first, then down, and then the arm. Very good. Remember, the arm does not go behind the F. If it goes behind the F, it is now a small letter F. Let's trace the small letter F. Round, down, and its arms. There we go. So the arms for the letter F go across, but for the big F, it's only in front. Let's now go to the next letter, which is G, also known as G. So let us go and trace it. We are going to start with round, up to its legs, down. And this G has a cap. There we go. So your letter G must look like this. And then the small letter G likes to sit on the line. So her legs are dangling down. And then we trace her like this. Round, up and down. So the letter G likes to sit on the line with her head down and her feet are dangling. All right, so let us now go to the next letter, which is the letter H, also known as Now H has a unique way of showing who he is. He has his arms and legs straight up and then his body across. There he is. So the letter H likes to put both of his hands up and his feet wide apart. Small letter H has a head there going down and round. So his feet have a curve on them, but the big letter H is straight. Let's move on to the next letter. We have I. Now I, capital letter I, goes right down, and sometimes it has its head and its shoes. So we are going to put its head and its shoes. And then small letter I is a very small letter with a floating head. Can you see the floating head? Wow! Is your head floating? No, it's not. Let us now move on to J, also known as J. We start at the top and his feet are behind him. So we start here and we go down and round. And he has a cap on because it is very hot. And when we are doing small letter J, he also likes to dangle his feet. So we say down and round. And he also has a floating head. Let's move to K. Now K has his body straight down, and then he has his arm high in the air and his feet touching the ground. This is capital letter K, also known as K. Now small letter K looks like capital letter K, except his body is touching the top and bottom line, but his hands only touch the dotted line and his feet are spread out. This is how we know that this is the letter K. Let's move on to L, also known as L. Now L or L is very easy. It's down and across. She is just sitting with her legs in front of her. And then we have small letter L, which is just down. This one is so easy, grade 2s. I know you'll be able to do it. The next one that we are tracing is the letter M. So I hope you can see that letter M has 3 legs. Yes, 3 legs. The first leg starts at the top, and then the second one goes down and up at the top again, and then the third one goes down. So these are 3 legs. 1, 2, 3. And then small letter M, also known as has the same. It goes down and round and round. So this is our capital letter M and small letter M. Small letter M has round points, but capital letter M has sharp points. Now let's go to N. We go down and down and down. Capital letter N touches the top and the bottom lines, but small letter n has down and it goes round. There you go. After that, I want you to complete the rest of them by yourselves. Remember, take your time when you're doing this. And make sure your work is neat. Let's now go to the next page. On the next page, on page 18, we can see that they have said we must write 3-letter words for each of the vowels. Now, what are vowels, you may ask? Well, I can remind you. Let's take a look at the board. Vowels, my dear children, are the letters A. Then we have, let me write it in the line. We have A, also known as A. Then we have E, also known as E. Then we have I, also known as I. And then we have O, also known as O. And lastly, we have U, also known as A. So these are our vowels, and it is our job to find 3-letter words with these vowels. I'm going to try and do the first one for you. On your page, you have the vowels. They have given you examples on your page. Now, on your page, you have the first one, ant. Ant. That is your example. Our example, which we will put on the board, is the word and. And. Then, the next example that you have is the word for A. A. So we are going to put our example for A. We are going to put the word end. End. Let's erase that, and then we are going to write end. End. Very good. There is our word end. Then the next one is the word I, and they have put ink. Ink. Now I am going to put the word in, the one with the double N. So we are going to write in. In. There you go. In. In. Then we are going to find a 3-letter word for O. And I have the perfect one. We are going to write the word odd. Odd. So we put our odd, which has double D. Odd. Odd. Very good. The last example that we have, we're not going to put a 3-letter word. Instead, this one is going to be for you to find out. And I am excited to see what you're going to put there. So remember, when you're making your words, sound them out and make sure that they are the vowel sounds. Now, they don't always have to start with the vowel sound, but it needs to have the vowel sound in it. Have fun, and I will see you just now after this commercial break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
I hope you enjoyed your lesson today. I know I did. And remember, it's very important for us to also sanitize at the end of every lesson. Remember, grade 2s. Sanitizing means that we are respectful responsible boys and girls. And make sure that you sanitize and also leave your hands to dry before you touch anything else. I wonder though, I haven't seen our friend today. Zoshi, where are you? Oh, there he is. Hello, Zoshi. So, from Zoshi and I, we would like to say thank you and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF for Every Child, My Zone Online School, and Amos Meerkat Syllabus.